AMD stock has been on a tear this year as the artificial intelligence race continues to heat up. And with AI related spending only expected to increase in the years ahead, the chipmaker is looking to all things AI to fuel the next phase of its growth in the evolving tech landscape. And joining me now for a look at AMD's vision for AI is Jason Banta. He's the Vice President and General Manager of the Client OEM business at AMD. So, AMD CEO Lisa Su has said that AI is the first, second, and third priority at AMD. So, how is this technological revolution fueling growth for the various business segments?
Being inside AMD, I can definitely say that that is the case. AI is a priority for all of our product lines. It is the first, second, and third priority for us. It is really the most transformative technology we've seen in the last 50 years in the semiconductor space and in technology overall. It's really transforming the way people learn, the way people interact with each other, the way they communicate, the way they acquire content. And it's also transforming a lot of key industries such as medicine, et cetera. So it's the most transformative thing we've seen in a long time. And it really cuts across all of our product segments, whether that's data center graphics, whether that's our mainstream GPU product lines, our OEM PC lines. All of those segments are impacted by this technological revolution going on right now in AI. So it is truly the priority for AMD, and we're invested to make sure that our roadmap really brings that technology to life, brings that to more and more people.
So, a lot to unpack here. And let's start with those business segments, which you mentioned. What would you say is the business segment set to have the most material impact at AMD over the next year?
So we've done quite a bit. We actually had an event December last year talking about our Radeon Instinct line. That's one of the most prominent product lines that we're enabling AI experiences, whether that's large language models, generative AI. Our Radeon Instinct line is a product we're bringing into that space, into data center GPUs to bring those experiences to life. But we also talked about how we're bringing that into PCs as well. Bringing that AI capability not just in the cloud and in server environments, but actually bringing it down into the PC to run AI models, which is really the way that those AI experiences are brought to life through these advanced trained models. Bringing that locally onto the PC so it can run privately, so it can run securely, so it can run more efficiently in many cases. So we're doing that in the data center GPU with our Radeon Instinct line, but we're also doing it in the PC with our Ryzen AI product line.
So, the other thing that you hear about with AI, and particularly on the chipmaker side, is how it's a very competitive landscape. So, whether it's on the data center side of things, or GPUs, or PCs, how is AMD standing out from the competition from the likes of, we'll just come out and say it, Nvidia and Intel, among others?
Our goal is to make it easy to deploy, first of all. So, some of the models that may need to be ported to our solution, we're making that as seamless as possible for folks that want to do that. But we're also partnering with a lot of the providers out there like Hugging Face, et cetera, that have a large quantity of models that people are leveraging, making sure that those models run well natively on our Radeon Instinct product line. So the deployment and ability to port models to our solution is a priority for us. But beyond that, we're ensuring that those solutions are performant, that the performance per dollar in an AI workload is better on that Radeon Instinct solution. So that's a goal for us, is to make sure that that performance is there, because that AI experience there is, to make that, whether you're generating an image, generating a video, getting a response from an assistance perspective, really the speed at which that occurs determines that user experience. So we're very invested to make sure that when people deploy Radeon Instinct, in their cloud environment, server environment, et cetera, that they're getting a great experience, fast response times on those AI models.
And you also mentioned the PC side of the business. So, what are you seeing there? What trends?
So one of the things we're seeing is really the coming of age of the AI PC, which is a market that we brought into the market early in 2023 with our 7040 series Ryzen AI product. That was the first x86 Windows product that actually had a neural processor built into the PC. And it's something very new. A lot of the AI experiences are done via the cloud, via servers today. And by having a neural processor on device, you're able to bring those models and bring those AI experiences down from the cloud into the PC. And that provides a number of advantages, whether it's privacy of using that AI model, whether that's the efficiency, the power efficiency of that, doing that with long battery life, and then also being able to do that model locally can bring some cost advantages because you don't need to run that model out in the cloud. That's something that you tend to pay per use, or you pay to access that. By having that AI model local on the PC, your PC is able to save you cost as well. So we brought that out in 2023 with our Ryzen 7040 line. We were really first to market with that. We enhanced that this year with our 8040 line. We basically increased the AI performance by about 60%, generation on generation. So we're in the lead in that space, and what we're seeing is more use cases and more experiences, more software developers building upon that neural processing technology, building AI models into the PC. And so whether that's content creation apps, whether that's collaboration apps, we see that in a number of productivity applications as well. So there's a lot of fast-moving software providers that are leveraging this technology, and we think this year we're going to get great adoption for AI PCs versus regular PCs. Next year we expect that to grow even further. So this is going to be taking a big a big chunk of the PC market going forward.
So of course we have the existing product line, but what else can you share with us in terms of the product roadmap or ramp in the coming year or two?
So in December, we talked about the product we were launching. That was that 8040 series with that Ryzen AI capability. Again, a 60% advantage over what we did in the prior year. But we also previewed where we were going. So as the AI models get bigger, as they do more powerful things, you saw a year ago or a year or two ago, you saw a lot of image generation. Now you're seeing video generation. Text to video is an experience that's coming about. So the number of experiences and the size of these models is going to continue to grow. So with that, we need to bring more performant neural engines, more performant AI engines into our solutions, and basically our roadmap does that. So while we're addressing many of the AI models that exist today, and our solutions we're selling today will service that into the future with new models that come about. We're also putting on the roadmap. We actually talked about a solution we're coming out with later this year, based on our next generation of our AI technology in the PC that has 3 times the performance of what we just launched. So the performance of that and the ability to run those larger AI models, whether it's image generation, video generation, LLMs, assistants, the ability to run those larger models is going to grow as our roadmap evolves. So a lot of investment taking place there, and there's going to be future product launches to address that.
Now, Jason, what would you say is your top strategic priority for the year ahead?
Our top strategic priority is really partnership with the ecosystem. That is number one for us. If we have a great neural processor and we've got a great data center GPU, that it's great technology, but it's really that partnership with software vendors, with the big model developers out there in the market. We're working hand in hand with them, and then we're also working with our OEM partners that build servers and PCs based on our solution. Working very closely with them to make sure that they're building the right systems, developing the right systems around this. So we're working very closely both with our existing products and out through the roadmap to make sure that the customers get the best experience. So it's really partnership right now, whether that's software, whether that's hardware partners, to make sure that this technology really comes to life in the right way.
And I'm sure you love all your partners, but any specific software and hardware partners you'd be able to call out and highlight for us?
I love 100% of my partners. All the ecosystem partners are great, but I would say our largest partnership, when we look at the AI ecosystem, is really Microsoft. Whether it's a partnership we have on Xbox, Azure, or Windows, we've got the best overall partnership with Microsoft, and so we're very deeply partnered with them. They're a leader also in AI technology. We're talking not just about the products we have now, but out into the roadmap. We're talking about future capabilities. They're giving us feedback on how to develop hardware solutions for the future based on future experiences. So that partnership is really one of the ones we're keenly focused on.
And then on the hardware OEM side, anything of note there?
Really, it's a space where everybody is very leaned in and very aggressive. So across the board. I'm seeing every PC OEM, every server OEM really leaned in, getting aggressive, and developing solutions. Everybody wants to be part of delivering these great experiences to people. It's what everybody's talking about, and people are seeing really transformative things happen. So all the hardware vendors want to be part of that, and I see a lot of motivation across the space.
So, with all that being said, from an investor perspective, there's a lot of talk right now in terms of where we are with AI and what inning we're in. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I think we're still very early in this. This technology is picking up speed. I like to say we're still in the first minute of the first quarter in this game. I think it's very quickly emerging technology. So I think we're going to continue to see growth. We've provided some TAM estimates as to where we think this is going over the next few years. And given where the TAM is today and how we forecast it out, we're still very early innings on this. Sorry, I switched to baseball there. Very early innings on this, and we think this is going to continue to grow over time.
Well, Jason, it was fantastic chatting with you today. Thank you so much.
It was well. Thank you for the time.